talk too long or I'll fucking die. But anyway, so yeah, I'm alive. Wow, imagine that.
Yeah, I've been trying to arrange a show with. So,
What? Try
uh,
again?
I tried to arrange a live stream with you before.
Yeah,
Are you getting
yeah.
echo? Or?
You're gonna have to hop out and hop back in because you're breaking up on my end. I don't know
Yeah, I
why.
might have to because I'm hearing an echo. I'll be back.
Yeah, hop out, hop back in 'cause you're breaking up. Anyway, hello everyone. Yes, I'm still alive. Believe it or not, I am still alive. Still talking to Trump over on True Social. Still, still alarming him about the price of the gasoline and shit.
There we go. Is
Gas
that
is,
better?
that's a little better.
Okay.
Gasoline is $5 on I-40, and I got the pictures to prove it. In fact, let me email you those pictures, and then you can post them up. Hang on just a second.
Yeah.
Hang on just a second.
Not sure what's going on with the audio.
Alrighty. You should. Whoops, I lost him again. All right. Anyway, when he comes back, hopefully he'll come back with the pictures and you can see for yourself. Um, how many of you heard of that Tai Chi walking? Yeah, well, I got a new one. It's called Sharpie walking, and Sharpie walking is building me back up, dude. It's building me back up. Believe it or not, Sharpie walking. I mean, the belly is about gone, and the bubble butt is gone. And so yeah, I'm getting back. I'm going to be lean, mean fighting machine, man. Believe it or not,
Yeah,
I'll
you
be
must
like
be
that
doing a
one.
lot of walking.
I'm doing a lot of walking between Sharpie and me having to go places and do things. Yeah, I'm getting a lot of walking in. I am. I'm getting a lot of walking in. Sure am.
Well, especially
Sure
when the
am.
weather gets warmer, you can like go park next to a beach or something.
Right. Well, the thing about New Mexico and Arizona and Nevada is that there aren't any goddamn shade trees. Fuck me, my kingdom for a goddamn shade tree. I mean, this is insanity. And the bitch of it is that these are the hottest fucking states. New Mexico, Arizona, and Nevada are the hottest damn states, but yet none of them have fucking shade trees, don't believe in shade trees. And they don't even have the awnings. You would think they would set up some awnings or something so we could park under an awning and get a little shade that way, but no. I don't understand. It's reverse psychology or some shit, I guess. I don't know. Maybe they want to decrease their population that way or something. I don't know. Hi,
Well,
Sharpie.
just make sure your dog has lots of ice water in the summer and
He does. He has
keep
water.
the window
He'll
rolled
be
down.
fine. Yeah, he'll be fine. He's doing all right.
Yeah,
And I've
that's
got
good.
air conditioning, so we're all right.
Yeah. So, sometimes AC
Um,
breaks down. I don't got AC in my car anymore. So
if somebody has the original video where I went to rescue Sharpie, I would like to have the original unaltered video. So if anyone has a copy, please email it to me at bonhelden@hotmail.com, please. I want that original email. I accidentally deleted it, and I want that video back really bad. It's the
is that when you
original.
went to pick him up at your trailer, or
Yeah, that's when I went to pick him up. That's when I went to rescue him at my trailer. Right. I need Operation Rescue. I need the uncut, unedited video of me going and getting Sharpie and rescuing him from the trailer. Well, there ain't no trailer there; it's all gone. But
oh, did they
anyway,
tear it down?
no, they sold it. Actually, they sold it to somebody.
Okay.
So somebody with cancer. They said there was somebody with cancer, and they needed a place, so they sold it to him. So, well. But anyways, but yeah, if anybody has the original unedited video of me rescuing Sharpie, I would like to have a copy. Please send a copy to Von Helton at hotmail.com, VonHalton at hotmail.com, hotmail.com. And because I really want a copy of that video. I can't believe I deleted that damn thing. That was ridiculous of me. I should
Well,
have never
Secular
deleted
Opinion
it.
might have it. He covers everything. So
I don't know. I don't know if the trolls have an unedited. The trolls though, they like to cut shit up, so they probably don't have an unedited version. They probably got a chopped up one. But if anybody does have an unedited version, I would love to have it because I really did not want to get rid of that video at all. And so, anyways, I got to turn the air back on. It's dying in here.
well, when did you go pick up Sharpie? Like after once you left John, or?
Yeah, immediately when I left New Jersey, I went to Kentucky and picked up Sharpie, and then I proceeded south to get on to I-40, and then see once you get on I-40, it's just a straight shot to Arizona, or California, or Nevada, or New Mexico, or Texas, or wherever you want to go. You just stay on I-40, man, and it takes you everywhere. I've been everywhere, man. I've been everywhere. So, yeah, but yeah, you get on I-40, or you can go further south and hit I-10 and go across I-10 and go hit every state. It just...
He's lying. He is lying. When he left New Jersey, he just said that when he left New Jersey, he went straight to Kentucky to pick up Sharpie. That's a lie. When he left New Jersey, he hung around in Hamilton, Ohio for the longest time and places in between before he went to Kentucky to get Sharpie. It's always good to get your facts straight, folks.
Depends, you know. It depends. And no, I don't wear them, trolls. Quit saying it. I bet the trolls wear diapers because they keep wanting me to wear diapers, which means they probably wear diapers.
Well, I know
Why
Emo
else-
Howling Wolf does wear a diaper, so
Well, emo ain't one of my haters. Then. The haters are the ones that keep bringing the shit up. So I imagine there's some of my haters somewhere must be wearing diapers because they wouldn't keep bringing it up, right? And that's I mean that's the whole point of it. They bring the shit up because they're the ones doing it, and they're trying to put it off on me. And that shit ain't gonna fly no more. Like I said, the gods and goddesses told me, God, it must be a month now, or if not more. Said we're done with their bullshit, and everything's just gonna spring back on them. It's gonna spring back on them. Gonna bounce off me, spring back on them. And said that sounds like music to my ears. Although I wish you'd have done it 20 years ago, but okay. They said, well, you were with us 20 years ago. I said, that's true. So, that's true. I was not. So, you know, because that's another thing the trolls keep bringing up. They say, well, why didn't your gods doing this? And why aren't your gods doing that? I just hooked up with them not that long ago. I mean, my butterfly prophecy video has only been out, what, maybe a year at the most? Something like that, 2 years maybe, something like that. I mean, it ain't been that long. And so, yeah, see.
We can fact check that, where his butterfly prophecy video has been. How long has that been out? Let's have a look. Yeah, I'll show you. 3 years. January the 5th, 2023, Von Helton published his butterfly prophecy video. You see? Where'd you see the date? Oh, there you go. January the 5th, 2023. So that would be like 3+ years ago. He's talking about his butterfly prophecy video for all those who are interested. Let's get back to the show.
Things take time, and they're gonna, you know, they promised to restore everything, replace everything that's been taken. They say restore, but I mean, you know, it can also mean replace. It doesn't necessarily I mean, obviously my parents are dead. I'm not going to get those back. And my first two boys are dead. I'm not going to get them back. But I might get replacements for them, you know, such as getting a wife. If I get a wife, then her parents would be surrogate parents to the ones that I lost. If she has kids, then those kids would be surrogate children to the ones that I've lost, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. You know, and then buy new property, which will be a replacement for the property that I lost, you know, that sort of thing. And, you know, that's my line of thinking. Now, you know, it could be that maybe they finagle a way to where that I can get my actual property in Kentucky back. I don't know. We'll have to see. But, you know, they did make the promise that, you know, I'm going to be restored. And so I'm crazy enough to give them a chance to see if they prove it right. You know, and then trolls and haters, they said, yeah, Avon Helm's gods, they left him to die, and they've forsaken him, and all this shit. And I told the gods that got us this, I said, well, they do kind of have a point because there isn't a whole lot going on. And they said, okay, watch this. And it wasn't even a week later that they put an image of a butterfly on the sun, for fuck's sake. NASA did a big.
All right, there comes his. Yeah, there comes his butterfly on the sun story. NASA put a butterfly on the sun, or somebody put it. I don't know, but there's a butterfly on the sun. He sticks to that story as if it's almost as if it's like true. Sorry, I'm just trying to. Sorry.
Big write up about it. The media was going crazy about it. But a butterfly right there on the sun, the symbol of freedom religion, right there on the sun. They said, now let somebody try to say we aren't real. Now let somebody say that we're fake. Now let somebody say that we can't do what we say we're going to do. And I'm like, hey, man, you're preaching to the choir, you know. But yeah, and that shut the trolls up for a while, so that was good. I need to send you a picture of that too, because I don't know if you got that. You got that?
Yeah. I got them. I saw the pictures of your gas prices out there.
Did you get the picture of the butterfly on the sun? I don't think I've sent it.
Oh, I didn't even notice that. Let me check.
Yeah, I'll get it. I'll get it to you. Hang on. I'll get it to you, Maynard.
I just see your gas prices. There's like $4.59. Is that like $4.59? Or yeah, I guess. Yep. He'll be back. He's just emailing me something.
That's okay. I'm using this time to play around with the button microphone. It's not a very expensive one, but I have no idea what it is. Oh, that's okay. That is, so you should be able to hear all the ambient sound around me. Okay, that was mute.
Well, if anyone's wondering what gas prices are near me, it's like $1.74, but that's Canadian money. Whatever that's worth to you. $1.74 regular.
Gas prices on the west coast here in Vancouver, $2.09
Come on, man.
per liter.
Don't leave me in.
Oh, there's. Hey, we have viewers. Hello, Shiloh.
Yeah, TikTok is full of Nigerian scammers. I've noticed that. Mm-hmm. Oh, shit. Hopefully he'll be back.
Hopefully he'll be back. Well, I'll tell you what we're going to do. Oh, he does come back pretty quick.
Oh, there he is.
Yeah, I guess if you pause too long, they just kick you out.
I think that's what happens.
Yeah. Anyway.
Oh yeah, I see the butterfly there. Yeah.
Yeah, butterfly right on the sun said, "Now let the trolls and haters say we don't exist."
Yeah.
So I mean, if you ever wondered, hey, does Von Helton's gods exist? They plastered a big ass butterfly right there on the sun. Big write up of NASA about it. Big write up in the media about it. No way to spin this one, boys and girls. No way to deny it. I mean, it's right there for everybody. The whole world. They showed the whole damn world.
Yeah. If the trolls want to see it, just type NASA sun butterfly on Google Images. You'll find it. It's the first thing that comes up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just saying, like gas prices in my area is like $1.75, I think, $1.75 cents. So.
Really?
Yeah, but I think it's Canadian money, eh? So it's probably not worth much. So. Our system's different.
Well, especially after Trudeau, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I mean, Trudeau really screwed you guys over, man. I mean, he really did. I hate to say it, but he really did. And
at least he's gone now. So.
Well, I kept warning everybody. I said he's a globalist. He's a globalist. He's a globalist. Don't put no globalists in there. And what do? They put Carney in there, another fucking globalist. I say, God damn it. People need to listen to me. When I say don't put a globalist in there, that's what I mean. They put Trudeau in there, destroyed Canada. Now they got Carney in there. Carney's turning Canada over to China, which will destroy Canada. And it's like, fuck. But what can you do?
I think it's already destroyed, man. Like we rigged the last election so that we couldn't even find Pierre's name. They added 200 people to the ballot. It's like dragging on the floor, pretty much.
Well, yeah, and here's the thing about it.
It's going to happen next election.
I watched that live. Somebody woke me up, said, "Hey, you need to watch this shit." Might have been the gods themselves, but I can't remember if it was a human or if it was the gods waking me up. But somebody told me, say, go watch it live. I watched it live. I watched the conservatives winning by a mile, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, he wins. The globalist wins. It's like, what the fuck? No, it don't work that way, boys and girls.
Von Helton, he's just a repeat machine. Look at it. Look at that guy's face, and listen to what he just said, and what he's about to say. You've heard it all before from the same deranged individual, Von Helton.
You don't have a humongous lead by the conservatives, and then all of a sudden the globalist comes in from behind and just wins the whole damn thing. No, it don't work that way. It does not work that way.
Okay, how does it work then? Tell me how it works. What do you mean it doesn't work that way? That's why he's such a dense idiot. Because he stops. He comes up with something that makes sense. He's got a good question, and he's got a good, he's got a good opinion. Maybe if he explains it, but then it just falls apart. It doesn't work that way. But you know what? Living in a car in order to get through life, Von Helton, it doesn't work that way.
But what can you do?
Well, we have millions of Indians from India in Canada, so who do you think they're going to vote for? They're voting for Liberal.
Yeah, they're going to, see, they're under the misguided belief that liberalism is the old liberalism from 1940 and shit, and it's not. Liberalism today might as well be called communism, because it's not far removed from it. It might as well be communism. Because
they come in on student visas, and they stay like even when their visa's up. So,
well, the thing of it is, though, if they're not an actual Canadian citizen, they're not supposed to be voting no way.
Yeah.
Well, this just brings us back to the topic of voter ID. If you're not supposed to be a Canadian citizen and then you're not supposed to be voting, that's very true. Take any country in the world. If you're not a citizen, you don't vote. How do they know you're not a citizen? You have to provide ID to show that you're a citizen. In the United States, they're fighting that. The Democrats are fighting that. It makes absolutely no sense. It's crazy. I don't even know why the government institution is taking it seriously. I mean, you have voter ID. It should be part of the law of the land. End of story. Voter ID. It's voter ID is as debatable as the existence of God. There is no debate. There is no God. You have to provide voter ID if you want to vote in a federal national election. Simple.
We kind of got away from that shit. You know, you got to be an actual citizen to vote, okay? Because if you let just any Tom, Dick, and Harry come in and vote, you ain't going to have no country.
Who would have thought of that? Hey, I would like some feedback on my mic because I don't know. I have a clue how it's coming through to you guys. But I do want to say that Von Helton is first. He's first with a thought every time.
About 4 or 5 years, you won't have no country at all, for that matter.
So if you let people vote who aren't citizens, you lose your country, according to Von Helton. Whew, glad he caught that one.
So we're pretty much like the state of California, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I understand. Well, hopefully you're not that bad. I hope you're not that bad.
Close.
But maybe pretty close.
You guys
right?
got Mexicans down there. We got Indians. So.
Yeah. About the same difference, really. I mean, you know, what are the Mexicans? The Mexicans are the Indians that went south, ain't they? Yeah. You know, you got Indians that went north. You got Indians that went south. So the Mexicans are just the Indians that went south.
Indians who went north? Why? Didn't they all come from the north originally? I would have thought so, but perhaps I'm wrong because I'm not a real historian, unlike you.
You know, that they went all the way down to the tip of South America, slaughtering as they went, killing white folk and black folk as they went, man, slaughtering them by the millions. And you try to tell somebody that, and they're like, oh, that's bullshit. I said, okay, Google Kennewick, man. We got 7 skeletons now, boys and girls, 4 white, 3 black. And guess what? They got arrowheads in the bones. Arrowheads are literally stuck in the bones. There is no denying how these people died. They were murdered. They were killed in cold.
I could spend this whole video fact-checking what Von Helton says and make the length of this episode 4 times as long. So I won't burden you with that.
Blood by the millions, by the so-called Indians, the so-called red man that came across the Bering Strait from Russia, went down through Alaska, slaughtering, killing, and pillaging as they went. The biggest mass genocide in world history, and nobody's talking about it. Nobody, not a soul. And the whites predominantly were in the north, and the blacks were predominantly in the south. And we've even got stone heads from when the black people lived in the south. We've even got the stone heads. You can go look at them. They were called Olmec, I think it was. They were called Olmecs. You can look them up. Big stone heads of these black folk that used to live in South America years ago. And it's like, well, where the hell did they all go? They were killed, you moron. They were wiped out. They were murdered, slaughtered by the millions. White folk, too. When Leif Erikson come over here, he never attacked. Why? Because when Leif Erikson come over here, who do you see? White folk. He saw white folk. And he's like, well, shit, these are my brothers. Maybe they were. You never know. But he's like, shit, these are my brothers. And, yeah, he didn't.
Why would you jump to that conclusion? You're a white man, you land on a unknown coastline and greeted by other white men, white folk, as Von Helton says. Why would you presume that they're friends? Von Helton. Why? I wouldn't. The Polish on the 1st of September 1939 didn't.
Why do you think Leif Erikson didn't attack? Because when he got here, he saw white folk. Sure. I mean, this is not rocket science, folks. This is not hard to figure out. Got to use all you got to do is use a little common sense, and everything will just make.
He has not changed one little bit. He's still an asshole. You know, he's just. When is this? When was this? Because he's got his garbage bag up. I mean, is he back with the garbage bag? Yeah, this is pretty damn new.
It'll just fall right into place. Make perfect sense after that. But yeah, Leif Erikson come over here. He never attacked. Why? Because there were white folk living here. Said they were his brothers. Okay. And then, like I said, in the South, you got the Olmecs or whatever the hell they were called, and they got these huge stone heads, and everything, and all that culture wiped out, man, gone, destroyed.
Todd's premise has a question. He says, "What's your guys' thoughts on THN turning on Todd? I did not know that happened."
What now? What's going on?
Apparently, THN turned on Todd Mallicoat. I'm not sure what happened there.
I don't know. Last I heard, Todd was in charge. That's what somebody kept telling me.
I heard he was just walking and doing live streams.
Somebody sent me an email laughing. They said, "Vaughn, you ain't gonna believe this. THN thinks you're over there and thinks you're like 3 or 4 different people over there." And I said, "Well, that's rich because I'm not over there." But yeah, they sent me an email cracking up laughing. He's like, "Yeah, man, they think you're 3 different people over here." I said, "Well, that's news to me because I'm not."
Well, they're probably just impersonating you, I'd imagine.
I don't know. But yeah, it's fucking hilarious, man. But anyways, yeah. So Todd was out, and then Todd was back in. So I guess Todd's back out now. I guess I don't know.
I guess that's what it means.
I don't keep up with the Joneses, man.
I know this internet politics. I can't keep up with it either. I have no idea who's on whose side.
I don't keep up with
the Todd in like over a year.
Yeah, I don't keep up with the Joneses. But apparently, everybody that goes over there that they don't know is me now. That's what I've been told. And I'm being told, yeah, man. Everybody new that comes here, they're you in disguise. And I'm like, well, that's rich. I mean, why the fuck do I need over there anyway? I really don't need over there. It's the same old shit, different day. I don't need over there. What are they going to do? They're going to talk about Shanny and Rev, or they're going to talk about, what's the one ugly dude? I keep forgetting his damn name.
G-Man? Cyrex.
No, G-Man isn't ugly. well, I don't know. It depends on who you talk to, I guess. As far as I know, G-Man's just a regular dude. Oh man, did you catch that video of John's where G-Man said that my back was like solid steel? Do you remember that?
I can't recall. No, I probably
didn't
see it.
Oh yeah, I shocked the shit out of G-Man. G-Man couldn't believe it. He said, "Man, your back is like solid steel." I said, "Dude, I was a weightlifter for years, heavy weightlifter for at least a couple or 3 years. I was a welterweight boxer. I took all those martial arts. I was fit, man. I was, plus the army. The army is what really helped me. I mean,
when did he go to the army? How old was Von Helton when he went to the army? 19, 18, 18, 19, 17, 18, 19, let's say 18. He went to the army when he was 18. Now he's saying that at the age of 62, because he was in the army at the age of 18 for 9 months, he's got a very strong back. Unbelievably strong back. It's like nobody else has back as strong as Von Helton's, as you'll just find out.
It put bulk on me, see? I didn't have no bulk. When I went into the army, I was 115 pounds with rocks in my pockets. When I come out, I was 158 pounds of solid muscle. So kudos to the army for that.
9 months. But 9 months is all it takes, folks.
But yeah, man, I mean, but yeah, G-Man freaked out. He's like, "My God, your back is like solid steel." And it's true because, why would I lie about that shit? I'm not going to lie about that shit. If I worked out, I worked out, period, end of story. But yeah, that video, man, obviously the trolls ain't going to save that video, because that video, lifts me up and lets people know, hey, I really did do the things I said. So they're not going to save that video. The trolls ain't. Now, John is no longer he's persona non grata on WhatsApp. I don't know where he's at. I don't know if he still has a presence. He told me that he was going to get off of all social media and maybe even get off of the internet, period. So I don't know. Maybe he's already done that. You reckon he's already done that?
Well, I emailed him the link. I don't think he knows about it yet. So, John, if you're out there, join in.
Yeah. Yep. I think I'm pretty sure he told me that he was going to get off of all social media and maybe even leave the internet entirely. So I don't know.
He probably got sick of the trolls or something.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I've taken a break from the internet for a while, so haven't been really catching up on everything. I know Shani and Rev are homeless. Have you ever thought of going and go hang out with them? Like, you can pull together your resources, or
I'll tell you
I'd imagine.
what the gods and goddesses told me.
Yeah.
The gods and goddesses told me that until they separate and stay separated, they will not recover. They will not be able to get a so-called normal life again.
This is probably true, and they will never separate. You have seen it over the last, dozen years now, that they've actually broken up after a big, huge fight and a big, huge drama, and they've gotten back together and built the same story up again and again and again. Now there's no more story to build up because we're on to them. They really are now homeless. But you know what? I don't feel sorry for them, because if they're on the internet and if they're asking for money, people will send them money. Simple as that. Let's go.
They must break up permanently. Rev needs to go one way, Channing needs to go the exact opposite way. And until that happens, they are never going to prosper. Now that's what the gods
apparently she's back in the hospital. Like, she probably can't stand the cold, even though she has lots of insulation. So.
Well, there you go. There you go. So there's your
taking advantage of the system,
Well, there's your confirmation, though, now, isn't it? Yeah. The gods and goddesses said they're not going to prosper if they keep trying to stay together. They must separate permanently. In fact, it would be best if they go to different states.
Von Helton is now a marriage counselor, a relationship counselor. And in Jason and Shani's case, Von Helton, Von Helton, the family counselor, is counseling that they split up, go in opposite directions into different states. As Von Helton sits in his car, a 62-year-old man looking for a slim Asian woman in her 20s with her own place, her own money, and is prepared to take in Sharpie as well as him.
Rev stay in Pennsylvania and she goes back to Colorado, or vice versa. That would really be the best. And in that way, and then that shows the gods and goddesses, hey, we're serious. We're not going to get back together, and then the gods and goddesses will help them. They will, let them get a place and all that good shit. But they're not going to prosper as long as they try to stay together.
So in your case, Von Helton, what is it that the gods and goddesses are waiting for? You're not in a relationship that is bad, that needs to be that is as bad as Shania and Jason, and that needs to be broken up, and so that the gods and goddesses can bless you with all sorts of riches and wealth and assets. So why are you, Von Helton, telling Shani and Rev how to live their lives and how the gods and goddesses are going to help them when they haven't helped you? You poor
not. And that's straight from the gods and goddesses themselves. So take it for what it's worth.
Worth nothing.
Take it for what it's worth. And now obviously I'm still in the rough patch, but hopefully I'll be out of the rough patch soon. And obviously on the other side of the rough patch is absolute total victory. So I can't wait for that. Now whatever shape that ends up being, whatever outcome that ends up being, I do not know. But I keep getting angelic numbers like crazy. 222, 333, 444, especially 1111. I keep getting 1111 a lot. But I get these angelic numbers and super angelic numbers, and then I get deja vu. But I still haven't seen anything manifest in the physical yet, other than a little bit of change here and there. But I haven't seen anything major yet. But I keep hearing through the grapevine that it's coming, it's coming, it's coming. Well, it needs to just go on ahead and get here. I'm ready to get the hell out of this car and get back to normal living again. This is driving me bananas.
You hear about all these meteors that's been going through the atmosphere lately.
Yes.
And just yesterday, there was one in California that streaked across the sky. So.
Right.
California, Texas, and Ohio this past week.
Yes, and there's there's talk that some of this debris is either some of the leftover from 3i Atlas, or it could be pre-debris of the upcoming Apophis. Don't forget, kiddies, the Apophis, the planet destroyer, is still out there. It's still out there. And it's a lot bigger than they first imagined. See, when they first tried to size Apophis, they went by the glint of sunlight that was reflecting off of it. But then they later found out that glint of light off of Apophis only represented about 1/8 of the actual size of the rock. And it's like, oh shit, because when they say Apophis is a planet killer, they're not kidding. It is a real, bona fide planet killer. If it hits us, we do not exist. We will literally cease to exist as a planet. Now, provided you fall in line with the whole solar system and everything's a planet and everything's spinning and hurtling through space at billions and billions and billions of miles an hour. Now I don't necessarily ascribe to that. However, that does not mean that Apophis cannot impact the Earth in lieu of, say, maybe a deadly plague, or like the Bible says, all the water turning red with blood. Some kind of crazy shit like that. But so I mean, just because you're on flat Earth doesn't mean you're getting away from Apophis. Sorry, guys, it's not happening. So we'll see how things, and then of course the destroyer is out there. The gods send the destroyer every 37,000 years, and they weigh humanity in the balance. And if humanity is a bunch of assholes, and that's the end of them. And then they just start all over again. This is why when archaeologists dig in the ground, boom, 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 city, all built right on top of one another. Why? Because that's where they died, and that's where they rose again, and that's where they built again. They looked at all the old shit that was underneath the ground and said, if we could do that, and they built it all back up again. Sometimes with prior knowledge, sometimes without prior knowledge, sometimes with a little help from ETs, sometimes not with help from ETs. But I mean, you go and you look at all these big, humongous Catholic cathedrals that go hundreds of feet into the air. And you stop and you think, now, wait a minute. The horse and carriage was just barely out of the damn Bronze Age. How in the fuck did Bronze Age people build these huge megalithic Catholic spires that go hundreds of feet into the sky? Very ornate, very detailed. And the answer is they didn't. They couldn't have. They had to have been built by somebody. But it wasn't them. No way. They don't have the tech. They literally don't have the technology. And somebody went into like the Ohio station, and was looking at the Ohio station and how huge it was, and how these big 10-foot doors. And it's like, what the fuck you need 10-foot doors if a man is only 4'11"? Right? What does a 4'11" man need with 10-foot doors? Oh, wait, you don't. Okay, so what's up with that, Alfie? Think. Use our brains here, people. Use a little common sense and think. A 4'11" man, which is what their height was back then, does not need no 10, 11-foot door. No, he does not. So what the hell is it for? Well, you can speculate till the cows come home. I have my thinking. Everybody else has their thinking. But 4'11" size men back in the day did not need no 10, 11-foot tall door. No, they don't. They just don't. So there's that. But yeah, man. 95 in the shade. Now, starting on the 1st of April, the temperature is going to drop back down into the 70s for a high and 40s for a low again, which means it's going to be mild during the day and freezing at night again. So, yay me.
Well, what you do is you roll down your windows at night. That'll keep your car cool throughout the day.
Right. Well, that's the thing. That's the plan, Yeah, try to trap some of that cold air at night and, keep the windows rolled up and hope it takes a while before it gets too hot. But now 70 degrees, now you say, well, 70 degrees compared to 95 is pretty damn mild, which it is. The thing of it is, though, even 70 degrees when you're trapped in a car can end up being like 80, 90, 100 degrees. So, I mean, just because it's dropped 20 degrees does not mean that, it's necessarily going to be cool. But now, if we were on the East Coast, particularly in Ohio or Kentucky, because I remember quite clearly, 70 degrees, I had my windows rolled down and everything, it wasn't bad at all. But no, out west here, for some reason, the sun is a lot stronger. I guess because maybe the sun is more direct out here or something. I don't know. But it seems like a lot hotter than normal. So there's that. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the gods have in store. They're keeping the cards close to the vest, so we'll see. But I do know, because they've already said so, that once I get on the other side of this, absolute total victory. We know they're real because they proved it by putting their symbol right on the sun for the whole world to see, and for NASA to do a nice big write-up about, which they did. So, I mean, we just have to wait and see. We're on their time. Their time is not necessarily our time. So we're just going to, because I get asked that all the time. Well, why ain't you upset? Why ain't you worried? Why ain't you nervous? Why ain't you... Because they've already told me they're going to take care of shit. They're going to take care of everything. They're going to take care of shit. So let them take care of it. I'm going to let them take care of it. I'm crazy enough to let them do it. They've already proven to me that they're real. I mean, it's not every day you see a butterfly on the sun, is it? Okay, so they've proven that they're real. So now it's just a matter of them doing whatever they want to do and how they want to do it, when they want to do it. Oh, by the way, my left hand, it was just one finger. Now it's all 4 fingers. So I had to go back to the doctor. So I'm down to about, I don't know, about 60% mobility in my left hand, give or take.
And 100% filth on both hands. Don't forget.
What's up with your hand? You have to go see a doctor.
Will Phil here on YouTube decided he was going to come out to the truck stop and try to steal Sharpie. And when he tried to steal Sharpie, my hand was caught in the harness. And so when he yanked on Sharpie, it pulled all the tendons and ligaments in my hand. And at first, the only one that was really affected was my index finger. But now the other fingers are like, yeah, we're fucked up too. So I got to go back and get another examination by the doctor and see what she says. It's a she, by the way. See what she says. And but yeah, man, I'm down to, I guess, about 60%, something like that. I can't make a fist at all. That's totally gone.
Well, hopefully
Totally
you're not
gone.
at the same location. You can find you again.
I'm not. I'm nowhere near that. I'm literally at a crossroads. I'm positioned on I-40 to where that I can literally go this. Well, it'd be that way. I go that way and be in Arizona. I go this way and be in New York. Listen at me. Go this way and be in Nevada. I go this way and be in California. So it's crazy. I can literally be in any one of those 3 states, literally within minutes, right off I-40. It's great. It's awesome. I love it. Now we just got to do something about this damn heat. And Google, bless Google's heart, Google's saying it's going to be 120 in the shade this summer. Yay, team! So, so yeah, I gotta get the hell out of this car, man. I gotta get the hell out of this car and get me someplace. So I'm working like gangbusters on that, and hopefully I will succeed in my endeavor.
I would like to make a prediction here regarding Von Helton and Jason and Shani. I predict that Jason and Shani will be just fine. They'll have their shelters and they'll have their internet and they'll do their thing and they'll slowly build up a following of people that feel sorry for them and fall for the grift because there's a sucker born every day, and they will make their living out of YouTube grifting successfully, I'm going to predict. But on Hilton, on the other hand, my prediction is it's downhill. And it's just a matter of how long internet gravity takes to pull Von Helton into the impact zone.
That's the plan, anyway. What's been new with you, by the way? I haven't talked to you in forever. What's been new with you?
Oh, same old. Just been working, busy. I might need a new car soon, so we'll see what happens then.
Oh, what kind of car are you going to get?
Probably another Elantra.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we'll see.
If you've had good luck with them, you might as well stick with them.
Yeah, it's not bad. They're good on gas. So.
Well, I mean, as far as breaking down,
Yeah.
if they don't break down very much, stick with them. You know.
Yeah.
I had a relative of mine. He cut hair, and he was making big money at the time, and he went out, and against my advice, because now remember, I'm doing brakes, I'm working on brakes on cars, and against my advice, he goes out and he gets brand new Mercedes Benz, and me telling him, don't do it. So he went and did it anyway. He goes, God knows you ought to not listen to the mechanic, right? But anyway, he gets this brand new Mercedes, and I shit you not. That damn car was in that shop.
Whoa. If you're a brake guy and that's it, you kind of went to brake school, you're brake certified, takes probably what, a day, a week? You're not a mechanic, Von Helton. So right there, the internet has caught Von Helton in his first lie. Finally.
And it was out on the road. Swear to God. I mean, every other time I seen that boy, yeah, man, where's your car? My car's in the shop. Car's in the shop. I didn't.
Look how bad Sharpie just wants to go outside and be a dog. Stuck in this fucking filthy, disgusting, stinky car. Ugh.
I didn't argue with him. I didn't bring it up. I didn't say anything. I just smiled and waved and went on my way. I warned him. Sharpie, what the hell are you even barking? What are you barking?
Yeah, so with these meteors, I'm wondering if we're going to get like another Tunguska event.
Well, That's the thing. You know, like I said, there's people saying it's debris from 3I Atlas, or it could be a precursor of Apophis, because Apophis is on its way. It just ain't got here yet. Apophis is on its way, though. And then, like I said, the destroyers out there.
So what's he talking about? Apophis, destroyer? Is he going back to those planets or those meteors or comets or wherever the hell they were? That the 3I Atlas or something? Is he talking about those days?
Sure. We don't know what shape it'll take or what it'll be. Now, the destroyer in the movie The Ten Commandments, the destroyer ended up being an angel, didn't it? Angel of death, and it went through and it just slaughtered everybody. You know, is the destroyer going to be an angel of death? Is it going to be a rock in outer space? Is it going to be some kind of plague or some kind of weird ass environmental thing, or who knows? Who the fuck knows? And, you know, we know now that there was a lot of experimentation going on back in the day, experimenting with this and experimenting with that. Here at this location, there is a lot of leapers, a lot of grasshoppers, leapers. They're not katydids because those are green. So they're grasshoppers. They're brown grasshoppers. And like a locust, you know, just like a locust, no different, and it's only maybe a little smaller. And so it's like, where the hell did these guys all come from? I thought GMO pretty much wiped everything out, but yet here's all these grasshoppers hopping around and shit in the parking lot. It's like, damn, where did these guys come from? So, you know, what's going on with that? Does that portend anything? Probably does. It probably does. So, you know, keep your head on, like I said in my videos, keep your head on a swivel. It's untelling what's liable to go down, man.
He used to say that almost every day in his videos. Now he's going back to it. And while he's there looking at the dog that is interfering with his show, if I can find the right thing here, I'm going to put it up. Save Sharpie from certain death.
What are you barking? Jerk, yo. What are you barking? What's the matter, Bobby? Is there something out there that's aggravating my doggy? Here, you want a drink? Want a drink? Here, you want a drink? Let me get my boy a drink. There you go.
Unfucking believable.
Yeah, I doubt if there's a big asteroid coming. Like the government wouldn't tell us until probably the last minute or something.
No, they won't tell you at all. Because if they tell you there's a big asteroid coming, it'll cause a worldwide panic, and millions and millions of people would literally be trampled to death just from being told, right? So
Yeah.
no, they can't. No, they're not going to tell you. Nobody is. Nobody's going to tell you. I would like to know though, because I wouldn't panic. See, I'm not going to be one of them that panics. I'm just going to get me a lawn chair. I'm going to unfold the lawn chair.
Thing coming at you.
I'm going to get me a lawn chair. I'm going to set it down. Going to get me a Cuban cigar, which were illegal. I don't know if they're still illegal, but I can get me a Cuban cigar. I'm going to light that sumbitch. And I don't even smoke anymore. But I'll get me a Cuban cigar. I'll light that sumbitch. And the closer that fucking rock gets, I'm just going to put the bird up in the, you know, just go put the bird up there. I say, yeah, bring it, motherfucker, you know. And that's going to be the end of that, you know. Put my shades on, you know, and just, you know, just come on, man. Just come on, you know. Just come on. And, that, you know, because, I mean, what the fuck else you going to do, right?
He is so tough, this Von Helton. Just look at him preening about what he's going to do when whatever the hell's coming at him comes at him.
Hey, what are you going to do about it? There's not a damn thing you can do about it, you know. It's a big.
It's not like
rock.
you can go live in a damp cave for the rest of your life. So.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you know, yeah.
No
all
food.
Well, see, all these elites, you know, we'll build these underground cities and shit. No, them underground cities are going to be their tomb.
Well, yeah, the bunkers are only good until the food lasts, and if you run out of food,
well, it's not even the food. It's the idea that you know, if that rock hits, what's it going to do to the underground? You know, because it's going to hit really hard. And it's going to shake, rattle, and roll all that shit that's under the ground, which is supposedly molten rock anyway, right? Isn't that what they claim? It's molten rock. Okay, so it's going to hit really hard. It's going to shake all that molten rock up, which in turn is going to shake up all the solid rock just above it, which is going to totally screw their underground facilities any goddamn way. It's going to totally destroy their underground cities any damn way.
Class, are you taking notes? I really hope you are, because this is very, very... forget what you've learned up to now. It's all been a lie. This is the truth. Freedom religion, folks. You hear it here, and you forget everything else you ever learned, okay?
So those underground cities are just going to be their tomb. That's all it's going to be. And they, you would think they'd be smart enough to figure that shit out, but maybe not. I don't know. But yeah, that's not going to do them any good. It's not going to do them a damn bit of good. And all that is delaying the inevitable. That's all it's doing. Delaying the inevitable. Because if it was especially Apophis, like I said, they were going by the amount of light that was being reflected off of Apophis. And then they found out that light was just a tiny, tiny amount, of the actual mass and size of Apophis. So Apophis is a real bona fide planet killer. If Apophis hits the Earth, we are no more. The Earth, as we know it, will literally be ground to dust. And that will be the end of us. So,
bye-bye us.
There's that. Now, when is Apophis coming? Well, actually, Apophis should have already been here and left. Because NASA's first talk about Apophis was that it would get here in 2024, and it would slingshot around the sun and nail us in the ass in 2036. Well, 2024 came and went, no Apophis. So now they're saying that Apophis is going to swing by in 2029, swing around the Earth, and nail us in 2056 or some stupid shit. So we'll see. I don't know. They don't know. I don't know. Who the fuck knows?
I'll tell you who knows. Google knows. Look, Apophis. Apophis. Now, let me see if I can get this bigger for you. There you go. Is that big enough? Can you read it? Would you like me to make it bigger? I'll make it bigger. There you go. So Apophis is a near-Earth asteroid that will pass extremely close to Earth on Friday, April the 13th, 2029. Originally flagged as a potential impact risk upon its 2004 discovery, further observations have ruled out any collision risk for at least 100 years. The asteroid will pass within 32,000 kilometers of Earth, closer than some satellites, and will be visible to the naked eye on April the 13th, 2029. So it looks like that's the event. He mentioned something about 2050, so I'm just going to skim down here because it's probably bullshit now. That's all they say. There is some scientific study. Okay, so firstly, it's visible to the naked eye for over 2 billion people, particularly in the Eastern Hemisphere. Damn, that's not us. Scientific study. Due to the close encounter, Earth's gravity is expected to cause tidal effects, potentially triggering earthquakes or avalanches on the asteroid's surface. What does that mean, on the asteroid's surface? Okay, well, that we'd have to look into that one. So, yeah, that's it. He's not going to be, he himself is not going to be colliding anytime soon with an asteroid. Let's go back to there. Let's go back to where we are. Sorry for the interruption, but I had it. I just had it.
But in addition to Apophis, you got the destroyer out there. You got, like I said, supposedly there's some debris from 3i Atlas that's still out there. 3i Atlas, they're saying we might get to see 3i Atlas again in November. Did you hear that?
I did not hear that. I'll look that up.
Yeah, somebody was saying we might get to see Three-Eye Atlas again in November. I'm like, wait a minute, what? But
Okay, I can't help it. Let's see. Three. How's it go? 3-eye Atlas, something like this. Okay, we're going to see it in November. Let's see. So, Atlas, third confirmed. It was first spotted July 2025 and all that. Timeline of significant events. We saw it in July. October reached perihelion. November observed. Blah blah. December early 26th. The comet began moving towards the outer solar system. Look here. The comet began moving toward the outer solar system, passing the orbit of Jupiter by March 2026, which is like about now. So von Helton has just claimed that the Atlas is coming back in November. Let's see if he really believes it.
you know, it kind of makes sense. I mean, if if Atlas slows down enough while it's going through our solar system, it might catch the Earth on as it's going around the sun. You know, catch us on the other side of the sun. As
Oh, for fuck's sake, von Helton! Don't you understand? Okay. In astrophysics and astronomy, this is the deal. If something comes from outside the solar system into the solar system, it will be attracted to by gravity to the sun and not any other planet circling the sun. For example, like the Earth. Why would you think that anything coming from outside the solar system would be influenced by Earth, by the gravity of the Earth? This shows, von Helton, why you live in a car and until the car rusts around you, you'll be living in that bucket of rust.
you know, if it slows down enough. But now I don't know if it's going to slow down that much or not. But I mean, but yeah, somebody was saying we might see it again in November, and I'm like, I didn't hear that. But I mean, you know, I can't necessarily rule it out, provided space is real, of course. I don't believe in space, but you know, for people that do, there you go. So I don't know. We'll see. But they're saying that I wish I had my PC up because I was able to take those videos and get a really good look at Apophis. And Apophis is cigar shaped, okay? A real long, skinny cigar. It's not like a fat Cuban cigar. It's real long and skinny. Like the old time marijuana joint from the 1960s and shit. Real long and skinny. With points at the end too, by the way. But it's real long and skinny.
He's driving me crazy. I'm gonna go get some coffee. Enjoy.
And then about the midsection, it's got this silver band around the middle of it. All right. And this silver band around the middle of it rotates.
Whoa. Excellent. Thank you for that. Okay, JJ, the deal is I've got a new mic and I have no idea how this thing sounds to you. So thank you for letting me know. I've got buttons on this mic which do nothing when which do nothing. So I can hear through this mic. It's got a I don't know. I can plug in earbuds. But if you say my sound is off and I'm talking with a soda can and a string, that's because I'm talking into this new mic. Is this better? Do I have to be this close to it? Because this is a little test here to see if that was the reason that I sound like I'm talking with a soda can and two springs. I need to know how far away from the mic I need to be. Is that better? Ah, beautiful. All right, let's carry on.
freely. And now I don't know. And then it's got, and then perpendicular with that silver band is these 5 orbs. Now I don't know if the 5 orbs are free floating or if they're on stalks. Either way, it's cool as fuck. But but if they're on stalks, that would be even cooler in my opinion. But whatever. So you got these 5 orbs around a silver band that is rotating around the center mass of 3i Atlas. And everybody was asking me, well, okay, well, what is that? What the fuck is that? What are we looking at here? Well, obviously, you're looking at an artificial gravity machine. That's what you're looking at.
Who could make an artificial gravity machine and send it into our solar system? Huh? Do you think one of Von Helton's gods or goddesses? How's my sound, by the way? I'm doing this specifically to check the sound. And pretty soon, I'd like to do a sound check. How it sounds when I'm talking while the video is playing, which I don't like to do, but I want to hear what it sounds like anyway.
That band going around the midsection of Atlas is going to create artificial gravity, and those 5 orbs around the band are going to potentially increase the amount of gravity that is created and exerted. Okay. And so whether they're on stalks or not doesn't really matter. But I just think it would look cooler if it's on stalks. But that's me. But anyway, so when I do get my PC up, I'm going to make a 3D model of 3i Atlas so you all can see what it looks like. From what I gathered from these videos, because these videos, they were still a little blurry, still a little grainy.
Remember that, everybody. He's going to make a 3D model of Apophysis or Atlas. I think Apophysis or Apophis, whatever.
But I was able to extrapolate enough information from it to get a really good 3D model out of the deal. So when I get my PC up, I'll make a 3D.
So he's extrapolated the data somehow in his car without access to his PC, but he's got the data and he can only use it when he gets his PC up and running. Are you following the logic?
3D model of 3i Atlas and show you all how it works and shit. But now the thing of it is, if it's creating artificial gravity, then that means it's a spaceship, right? It's obviously not a rocket, it's a spaceship. Although it could be a rock, and then they just land on the damn thing and just build over top of it, which that's possible too. So, but is there definitely an artificial element there? Oh yeah, because that band circling around this midsection, that wasn't created by nature. That was obviously created by some kind of intelligent life. So, but it's really Sharpie. It's really cool.
See,
really cool.
You ever think of trading your PCs in for like a laptop or something? At least you won't be on your phone.
Well, the thing about it is, I've thought about it.
But always go to a pawn shop and just trade them in.
Well, like I said, I've thought about it. And see, the thing of it is, you go to a pawn shop or something like that, you really ain't going to get a whole lot out of it. That's the only thing. And that one is brand new. I can't give a brand new $2,000 computer for $300. Okay, that's just fucking insane. It's literally brand new. So I can't.
Or look online, trade it on like Marketplace or something like that.
Well, the thing of it is, how am I going to get it to them? I live in my car.
Yeah, that's true.
Makes it kind of hard. I had to say, well, I'll send you something. I said, no, you ain't. I said, why? I said, because I live in my car, fool. I'm not at a permanent address. I got to be at a permanent address before you can send me anything in the mail. That's reality, man. That's real life, Who's talking?
I highly doubt this is the real Todd Malco. He would never apologize to nothing. I didn't even say anything rude, so I have nothing to worry about.
What did he say? What did he say?
Apparently, he was rude to me. But he was never really rude.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't
care what his opinion is.
Don't care. Don't care.
I don't care what his opinion is.
Yeah.
He can go back doing his 2-hour walks every day. And
well, see, the nice thing about it, though, after getting this email from this dude, is that now that everybody that
Oh.
comes in that room
Coffee.
is going to be thought to be me, everybody's going to be on pins and needles. Everybody's going to be watching their backs, thinking that it's me that's coming in there under all these sock accounts or whatever. And I love it. I think that's fucking awesome. I think that's great, man.
Yeah, make them paranoid.
Make them paranoid as fuck. Yeah, exactly. And that's a good thing. That's good for them. That's good for them. That is good for them. Nothing wrong with that. That works. That works for me. That definitely works for me.
Well, I'm gonna post the link. I want to see if that really is Todd.
All
Got
right.
it.
All right.
No, what? For the last 30 minutes, we'll see if anyone has any questions. They can come in.
All right.
My finger's on the trigger, so if you're gonna do any flashy, I'm gonna kick you out.
Yep.
No naughty stuff.
No naughty stuff. No naughty stuff. No naughty stuff. No naughty stuff.
Yeah, lots of homeless shelters that give free meals. Yeah, that's true, but you got to find one first.
Yeah, first you got to find one. Then you only get anywhere from a week to a month. Then you're right back out on the street again. So I mean, what'd you gain by that? Oh well, you got to sleep in a real bed for a week. Okay, great. But now I'm back in my car again. So, I mean, what is that? That's like a cock tease, isn't it? Isn't that like a cock tease?
And you're doing just fine, like living on gas station, anyways. So
yeah, I got everything I need. I got everything I need. I got gasoline. I got bathrooms. I got food. I've got everything I need. So I'm happy. I'm happy as a clam. So I'm good to go. I am good to go, Mojo.
Well, folks, I put the StreamYard link in the chat if you want to come in and ask Vaughn something.
Is there a bunch of people out there or not?
About 16 watching.
Oh, really?
Oh, I hope somebody comes in.
You got no devices connected. I can't add you.
Yep, if you ain't got no devices connected, he can't add you. That's true. StreamYard changed that. If they don't have any working devices, you ain't coming up. Sorry.
Now, when you go live on TikTok, is that like through StreamYard or a different service?
No, it's straight through TikTok. TikTok runs everything. Yeah, TikTok's running everything. And so
be careful with some of them Nigerians, man.
Yeah, well, I am. I'm being very careful.
One guy was desperate to talk to you after.
Yeah, I know.
He probably wanted some information or something.
Probably, you never know. But I just, you gotta watch yourself now, because
you never want to owe them any money.
Yeah, there's a lot of crazy shit that goes on in the world today, buddy. I tell you, a lot of crazy shit. And and see, when you devalue human life like that, when you devalue human.
Dude, I'm so sorry to hear that, man. JJ. My emotions are with you tonight, JJ.
Human life, because of abortion and because of wars and because of all this other crap. When you devalue human life, anything goes. Anything goes. And so that's why you got the spirit cooking, Pizzagate, and all this other shit. Weird shit, creepy shit, Montauk Project, all that. Oh, let's experiment on a bunch of humans and turn them into quasi-animals. Wait a minute. I thought humans had a divine spark. Oh, well, no, they're just humans now. They're just a bunch of chemicals. Random bunch of chemicals. See, that's the difference. Because if you know they're human beings that, if you know that human beings have a divine spark and that they're created and wonderfully made of the gods, then it's less likely you're inclined to experiment on them or slaughter them or, even just talk bad about them in general sense, because they are divine. They do have a divine spark. And, oh, by the way, I got a little trivia for you. You ready for this? This is going to blow your fucking mind. You know what an electron microscope is, right?
Yeah, I've heard of them.
Yeah, electron microscope.
You can zoom in like really, really close. And
yeah, it's one of the most powerful microscopes on Earth. All right. So they put a sperm cell and an egg cell in the electron microscope just for shits and giggles to see what would happen. Now, obviously, they put the egg and the sperm in there. The sperm's going to head for the egg. But here's where it gets wild. The minute the sperm hit the egg and joined with it, a huge flash of blinding light occurred. And they're like, whoa, what the fuck is that? Because it literally come out of nowhere. And in my opinion, it proves to me that creation is definitely of divine origin. That's what it tells me, you know. But yeah, the moment that sperm literally joined with that egg, a huge flash of white light engulfed everything.
All right, who believes that? Who wants me to fact check that? I don't blame you. It's not worth it.
And it's like, okay, so now what does that say? That tells you that there's some kind of divinity thing going on there. The moment of life is literally when that sperm and that egg joined together. And that blinding white light that occurred was the result of that union. Had to be. There's no other explanation for it.
Can you imagine? Every time a woman gets pregnant, at the moment of conception, inside her body, there's this flash of light inside her body. Yep, okay. Hey, I got this bridge to sell you, you know.
So, that was some interesting little trivia that I thought I'd share, because a lot of people don't know that shit. So,
Yeah,
if you
I'll have to find that video if it's on YouTube somewhere.
if it's on YouTube, yeah, see if you can find it actually. But you know, there was a blinding white light when the sperm and the egg joined together, and they're like, we can't explain it with science. And if you can't explain it with science, what is it, class? It's supernatural. If you cannot explain it in the natural, it must be supernatural. Duh. So, but I thought that was an interesting little bit of trivia. And I thought I'd share. Because I can't. Because I will. And because, hey, I'm the Sorcerer Supreme. I'm allowed to do those things. I'm allowed to do those things. Oh, we're almost to Weather Weapon Day when they start whipping out the hurricanes again. Gee, won't that be fun?
Yeah, it's going to be interesting this year. I wonder how many neighborhoods are going to burn down.
Well, I wonder how many hurricanes are going to send my way for me to swat back out to sea.
Yeah, they haven't even started rebuilding the homes in California yet. So.
Well, they took a break there for 2025 because I just kept swatting them back out to sea. I was getting so good at it that they weren't able to hardly do any damage at all. They just like, fuck it, we won't launch hardly none, and they didn't launch hardly none in 2025. So it's like, well, maybe they finally gave up and decided to pack their shit and go home. That would be nice. Maybe they decide to pick up their ball and go home, because, I mean, as long as they keep making hurricanes, I'm going to keep swatting them back out to the ocean, because that's what I do, and I'm good at it. I've already proven I'm good at it. You know, they send one our way, I swat it right back out to the ocean or the Gulf or whatever, you know. Now, there was that one time with Ray Nagin, you know, because Ray Nagin said, I want a chocolate city. And the guy was like, what? So that one, yeah, don't touch that one. Let that one go on by. It's like, okay. So I let that one go on by. Interesting, is it not? But yeah, man. But yeah, I don't know what happened to John, but apparently John's WhatsApp is gone, bro. I mean, gone. I tried calling him.
Is he still on Facebook at all, or?
I don't know. I don't have Facebook. I'm banned on Facebook. Remember?
Oh,
So I don't know if he's got Facebook. But on WhatsApp he's gone, because I tried calling him, I tried messaging him, I tried doing all that shit, and the big box comes up saying something to the effect of, this person is no longer on the service or something like that.
This guy.
So yeah, he's gone, man. He is gone.
Got someone on the stage. What's up?
Hey, how's it going?
It's going.
How
What's
are
up?
your trips to Russia going?
What's that?
How's your trip to Russia? Weren't you planning on going to Russia?
Well, I was thinking about if they were going to pay my way, I would go, but I haven't heard any more about it. So Oh,
Who's
well.
they? Who's they?
Putin.
Putin was going to pay your way?
Putin got behind the podium and said that he would give room and board and free utilities for any patriotic American that felt they were being mistreated in the United States. Yes, he did. Google it. It's out there. Google it right now, motherfucker. Google it. I dare you. I want you to do it right now.
Okay, I'm Googling. Okay.
That's the first goddamn place.
Hold on. I'm going to Google it as well. Hold on. This is going to be a Google. Where are you? Okay, so how do you do this? Did Putin offer shelter for patriotic Americans? Yes. Vladimir Putin signed a. Can you read that? Maybe you can't. There you go. You can read that right there. So Vladimir Putin signed a decree in August 2024 offering temporary residency to foreigners, including Americans, who want to escape destructive neoliberal Western ideology and align with Russian traditional, spiritual, and moral values. This initiative aims to assist those seeking a safe haven in Russia, promising a simplified immigration process. Key details. All right, the target audience is individuals dissatisfied with Western liberal values. Now, that's weird considering that Von Helton claims to be a conservative. So to continue, Western liberal values described by Russian media as ideological immigrants or moral immigrants. There's a simplified procedure. Applicants for this special residency permit do not need to show proof of Russian language proficiency, knowledge of Russian history, or knowledge of Russian law. Ooh, nice. Potential migrant village reports indicate plans for constructing a specialized village near Moscow for conservative American and Canadian expats. Woo, very nice. Reported by the Moscow Times. Maybe we should look into that. Scope. This is the best part of it, probably. While the offer was made, reports suggest that the actual number of Americans moving to Russia has been very low, despite the publicity. So the initiative aims to position Russia as a protector of traditional, moral, religious, and social values against Western influence. So this is what Von Helton's referring to, and he was counting on there for a while. Let's continue.
That's the problem.
That's the fucking problem.
How did the troll? Von, I don't want you to lose your property. If you lose all the other properties, I don't give a shit about the other properties.
They already bought the one I'm living on.
It's just a video he was playing.
Yeah, that was just a video they were playing.
It sounded like John. I thought it was John at first.
No, it ain't John. It ain't John. Well, it is John. It is John, but it's on video.
Now and it said,
He's Googling it.
Okay, that's what it was. I'm looking it up, and apparently, like, if you show a passport and actually tickets, we can it might be able to get earmarked. Maybe if you show the tickets and it could get earmarked directly, so it doesn't go to your pocket, it goes directly to the airport and everything. And from the U.S., you probably have to go to one of the border countries and then cross the border from there.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know. All I know is what Putin said. Putin said, if you're a patriotic American and you feel like you're not being treated correctly or that America has fallen, we will give you room and board. We will give you electric. We will, electricity, everything, water, everything. If I understood him correctly, I mean, you don't have to pay for shit. It's all paid for. All we got to do is just show up. You know, I mean,
You're
and
cutting
Putin,
out.
and Putin is correct. Putin is 100% correct. If you're a patriotic individual and you believe that your country is no more, then it behooves you to find a country that you could be patriotic about. Common sense.
Yeah, sure.
I'm-
Go to Russia, which is about to be eaten up by Ukraine and the European Union, and you'll find yourself in exactly the same situation that you are in now.
I'm okay with what he said. I believe in what he said. If America is no longer America, if America is no longer America and the Constitution is no longer valid, then yeah, why not? Right? You know, now I'm hanging in there because the God that got us as a freedom religion said that they were going to restore America back to a republic again. I hope that's the case. I'm willing to give them the benefit of the doubt. And to a lesser extent, maybe even China will be restored to a republic again. You never know. But for sure, America. They said America for sure. And they said that the elites will be taken out, the royals will be taken out, all the evil will be taken out, all the chemicals and nastiness in the air, the food, the water, everything. All be taken out, all be gone. And then you'll know when they get done with what they're doing because you'll look out your window and you'll see hundreds, if not thousands, of butterflies, all different shapes, colors, and sizes. And they said that's how you know.
Right? Have you thought about this? Like I know some. I can't like I said, I can't directly give you money, but I know some people. Some of them might even be your trolls that will bet. Like I said, they won't give it directly to your account, but they'll if you show a ticket and a receipt and all that, they'll pay the ticket. They'll contact the airport. We can get the tickets, maybe even first class. Who knows? Spring for the best to get you to Russia.
Well, the thing of it is,
does that sound like a plan?
Okay. All right. The thing of it is, though, I have to buy the ticket before I can show it, which means I'm already going to have what class I'm in. I'm already going to know what plane I'm on. Yes, necessarily. You got to buy when you buy a plane ticket. You have to tell them what class you're going to be in. You have to tell them. They'll tell you what seat you're in. They'll tell you where you're at. I mean, knowing my luck, I'll be back in the baggage department. You know, but I mean that. You know, when you buy the ticket, it's already going to be that stuff's already going to be planned out. They give you your ticket, and you sit where you're told to sit.
You know what? Fair enough. Let's go ahead and plan it out now. What airport are you in?
I don't have no clue. I have no idea.
This is funny.
Well, I mean, that depends. I'm at 3 different states. I mean, if you go to Nevada, it'd be Las Vegas.
You know what the closest airport is to you?
Hold on. If I go to Nevada, I'm at the junction of 3 states.
Arizona.
I am on the Arizona, Nevada, California border. That's where I'm at, literally. Okay, so if I go to California,
you cut out.
Then, if I go to California, that would be what? That would be San Francisco, I guess.
California.
San Francisco.
If I go to Nevada,
it'd either be L.A., Vegas, or Phoenix. One of those 3 cities.
Yeah, one of those 3. Correct. That's right. Correct. It'd be one of those 3. Right. That's correct. Unless I decide to skip town and go all the way back to.
Go to Mexico, Vaughn.
Unless I decide to go back to New Mexico. I mean, I got my New Mexico shirt on, so I might go back to New Mexico. You never fucking know. I got to find something reasonable to live until then. That's for sure. But yes.
Big news! My coffee's ready.
If Putin gets behind a podium, if Putin gets behind a podium tomorrow and says, "Hey, American patriots,"
is that you? Is that you? Can you hear me at least? Okay.
Yeah, I can still hear you.
You're back.
I've always been here. I just mute myself.
Well, did you hear Vaughn?
Well, you can always just go to a Russian embassy and ask for asylum or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Have you thought about that? Going to a Russian embassy. Have you thought about that?
Well, the embassy ain't going to.
Sisko suggested going to a Russian embassy. Have you thought about that?
The embassy can't do nothing until Putin says so. So I mean, that's not going to do any good anyway.
Vaughn,
But
do you
that's the way-
seriously not realize that this is Will
Anyway.
Phil that you're talking to right here?
Yes, I know who it is. I'm not
Oh, I
slow.
didn't know who it was.
Well, it seems like you should have a lot more to say than this Russia bullshit. I mean, let's talk about your hand and the long-term damage.
Well, the hand is permanently damaged. The doctor said so. There's
I
no
think you should
recovering.
sue Will Phil for that.
There's no recovering.
Well, recover it out of his ass, Vaughn. What are you doing?
Do what? Do you see
He's-
the police? Do you see the police? Do you see the Las Vegas police arresting him? Are they there now? Are they
How's it going,
arresting
weather
him?
guy?
You're going to have to get a lawyer. You're
Are
going to
they
have to get a
arrest- are
lawyer,
they-
Vaughn,
are
and
they
have
arresting
the
him?
lawyer throw his ass in jail.
Nobody's gonna, dude. Nobody's gonna do jack shit,
Control
or they would have
yourselves.
done it, or they would have done it the day he did it. Nobody's gonna do shit. I took a police report. I went to the doctor. I showed him the doctor's report. I went everywhere that I did everything that I was supposed to do, and the police did fuck all, as the Brits would say. They did nothing.
Wow. So
They did
he
nothing.
must be pretty powerful then to not have the police do anything.
All right,
don't know
I'll
what to
talk to you
tell you.
later.
I don't know what to tell you.
All right, they had their 2 minutes of fame, so
Yeah.
I think
Well,
they're just
anyway.
trolls, anyways.
Well, they are, but that's beside the point. The point is that no, the police didn't do shit. The police, the day it occurred, the Arizona police should have contacted the Nevada police, and the Nevada police should have arrested him right then and there. It should have been done. Should have been.
Was
a done
that the
deal.
guy who tried to steal your dog?
Yeah, that was him. Yeah, that was Will.
Oh
Phil.
shit, I didn't.
Yeah,
I didn't know.
that was Will Phil. Oh, I knew who it was. I don't care. I don't care at this point. I don't care at this point because you got two police departments and both of them dropped the ball. Because Will Phil should be in a jail cell right now, and he's not. Okay, that's not my fault. I did what I was supposed to do. I filled out a police report. I filled out a damage report. I went to the doctor. Doctor confirmed that I'm permanently disabled, and nothing got fucking done. So that's not my fault.
The doctor confirmed that he is permanently disabled. Did you hear that? The doctor confirmed that I am permanently disabled. All right. Evidence, show, receipts. Or is it lies, Von Helton?
Did what I was supposed to do. And like I said, now the doctor is saying it's even more damage than before because it was just the index finger, but now the other fingers are hurting as well. So, I mean, it's probably down to, like I said, it's probably about 60% right now, I guess. So, I mean, but yeah, I know who he was. I knew who he was as soon as he come up on dock. But it doesn't matter when you've got two police departments in two different states that don't do fuck all, as the Brits would say.
Well, then maybe nothing happened. Maybe it's all just a big fat fucking story, just like Shani and Jason's big fat fucking stories. Every one of them. A lie after lie after lie after Von Helton. After Von Helton.
Shit. They did nothing. So what am I supposed to do about it? Oh, now, weather guy, oh, we'll hire a lawyer. With what money? With what fucking money? I ain't got no.
That's how the law works. If you want to arrest, if you want to charge somebody, if something actually happened and you want to charge something, then you got to get a lawyer. If nothing happened and the police weren't there and you didn't call the police, and if the police did come and catch the guy, they charged the guy, he'd be in trouble. But he's not. Nothing happened. Damn it.
Money for no $10,000 lawyer? Are you high? If I had $10,000, my ass would be in an apartment right now.
Then what would you sue him for? If you don't make any sense, Von Helton. Viewers, does he? Or am I missing something?
Not sitting in my car. That's for damn sure. So no, I don't have the money for no $10,000 lawyer. Sorry, I don't. But if I did, I'd use it to get me an apartment and get out of this car, which is 95 degrees in the shade. And that's before you count the actual heat in the car, because then it rises to about 150 as opposed to 95. I have no clue what it's going to be like when it's 120 in the shade. It'll probably be about 250, 300 in this car.
Let me guess. Let me guess what's going to be like when it's 120 in the shade. Hot, Von Helton. Hot, hot, hot. And you are going to stink. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, the whole state's gonna hate you.
Me and the dog have to be out of here before that shit hits. We have
That's
to.
why you go park beside a lake, get that cool lake breeze going in.
Yeah, when there is a lake breeze, but there isn't always a breeze. That's the thing. There isn't
Or you
always
could go
a breeze.
swim in the lake.
I can't swim.
Remember when he was living back east in New Jersey and he was complaining about how he's got to go west because he just can't. He'll never survive the winter back in New Jersey or in Hamilton or in Ohio, and he had to go out west so he doesn't freeze to death. But here he is out west, and he's absolutely moaning and complaining about the heat and everything. Yeah, you kind of expect it from Von Helton, though, right? What what if you sat there and said, "Oh my God, I thank God I'm out west. I'm away from the ugly eastern weather, and yeah, I got some sun, and vitamin D will probably make him. Well, it certainly would make anybody feel a little bit more inspired to go and do something. Use the opportunity, but he's not using the opportunity except for to complain.
I think.
Or
My
just go
bones
as far as you can stand or something.
He's the same way. See, he's got his daddy's bones, and so do I. And our bones are very thick and have a lot of mass. And so we just think.
Well, just don't go in too deep, just where you can still stand.
It's where you can still stand. My luck though, I'll be at a drop off, and as soon as I go out too far, whoop, down you go, straight down about 200 feet. I had to get not one, not two, but 3 Navy SEAls to get my ass out of that fucking pool. And I warned the dumb some bitches. I said, no, I can't be near any water. I can't be near any water. And what's the first thing they fucking do? Get me in this pool, drive me up the fucking ladder, and I drop down in the water, and I go straight fucking down. I sunk. And it took 3 Navy SEAls to get my ass out of that pool. 3.
Because he was probably panicking. I'm in the water. Oh my God, I'm in the water. I'm going to panic. 3 Navy SEAls, my ass. Nobody probably took any notice of him. He just realized that, hey, oh my God, this isn't even deep. I can stand.
So that should tell you something. You try to tell people, like I don't know what it is. Am I hard to hear? Is my English bad?
Yes.
Because it seems like people don't actually hear what I say. They think they hear what I say, but they don't actually hear what I say. And I told these bastards, why do you think I went to Fort Hood, Texas, in the middle of the goddamn Texas desert? I did that because I wanted to stay the fuck away from water. And I'll be goddamned if they didn't put me in a fucking pool. 300-foot pool, no less. It's like, goddamn it. They don't listen. Nobody fucking listens to me. They don't fucking listen to me.
That explains why there's been no shower in 2026.
It's just like Apophis. NASA's now saying Apophis may show up in 2029. Is anybody going to listen to me? No. Is anybody going to listen to NASA for that matter? Probably not. So even if you do believe in the ball earth, nobody's going to give a fuck. It's just going to zip by here. It's going to hit that little narrow.
See, this is who cares? He's making a big deal. He's getting his blood pressure up because of some Apophis that, if we go back and look at Google, we saw that it's already left our solar system, or it's heading somewhere else. Here he is getting all worked up and all anxious, anxiety-ridden about Apophis.
Fucking window that it's supposed to hit, right? It's going to hit that narrow window, and it's going to slingshot around the sun. Bam! Nail us right in the ass. And now it was 2036, but I guess now sorry, Sharpie, I didn't mean to start it. It was 2036. I don't know what the fuck it is now. I'll have to get on NASA's website and look again. But it was 2036. But it slingshots around the sun and comes back at us and nails us right in the ass. And then that's the end of us. We're done. Stick a fork in. We're done. We're done. But yeah, I ain't got no fucking $10,000 for no goddamn lawyer. If I had $10,000, I'm gonna get my fucking ass an apartment. Get out of this damn car and get an apartment. I mean, shit. Common sense here, people. You know, I'm sure as fuck not gonna stay in my car. I got 10 grand. I got 10 grand. I'm getting me a place to live. Duh.
And we're coming up on the 5 o'clock mark, so 5-minute
Yep.
warning.
Yeah, there you go. That's
So
right.
you want to advertise your TikTok or?
Well, I just, the TikTok is just my name, James Paul Von Helton. And like I said, I'm on Odyssey. I got 5 channels on Odyssey. I got Von Helton News Network. I got Von Helton Karaoke. I got Von Helton Flugzeug Work, which is where I built the foam aircraft. And did I say karaoke? Yeah, I said karaoke. Von Helton Karaoke channel. And then I've got BitChute. I think that's just Von Helton also. But I got a BitChute channel, so check it out. Of course, now the Odyssey stuff and the BitChute stuff have not been updated because, hey, I'm on I-40, and I've been on I-40 for shit long time now. So I haven't updated either my Odyssey shit or my BitChute shit. But hopefully I can do that once I get me something. But for now, I'm just kind of hanging out and doing what I'm doing and waiting for the gods and goddesses to get their shit together and get me the fuck out of this car and into a real apartment with a real bed and where I can set up my PC rather, and get back to modding again and doing what I enjoy doing. I enjoy making mods for Fallout 4. I absolutely love it. And so I want to get back to doing that shit again. I was just in the process of making a new set of curtains and making some new buildings that were going to be smaller in size so that you could use them in towns and shit. You could actually delete the houses that were in the towns and replace them with brand new ones. That was what I was getting ready to work on next before I was rudely asked to leave. So that's the way it goes. Anyways, but yeah, the 5-minute mark. But yeah, 114. Well, that's not a bad run.
All right. So what time are you usually live on TikTok? In the evenings or mornings or?
It's usually late at night, early morning. Usually late at night, early morning. Sometimes it's during the day. It just depends. Usually I'm taking me a nap during the day, if I can. Now it's been 95 in the shade, so I haven't been able to take a nap during the day. Now once it drops back down in the 70s again, back on the 1st.
I just want to point out, ladies and gentlemen, if you look very closely, you will notice, folks, look at that 6-pack. Huh? Look at that 6-pack, folks. No one maintains strength and stamina and physical beauty quite like Von Helton does over time. Do you agree with me? You have to.
I should be able to start taking a nap during the day as well. But
Yeah.
for now, taking naps at night, and I try to schedule my naps to where that it's cool at night enough to where I don't run the heater or the air conditioner, either one, and then I can take me a nap during that little period of time right there. And so that's what I've been doing. And but I'm still around, man. I thought, when I went on ahead, it went dark. I went dark under the idea because I was seeing signs that looked like, I was getting ready to come out, right? And I said, well, I'll go dark and, in preparation of coming out. Well, it all went down in flames. So, oh well, it's all good. I'm coming out of it anyway, eventually anyway. So, I mean, it's just a matter of when, right?
Of course you are.
Yeah, sounds good. And on that note, I think we should leave it there and I'll.
All right. So I'm not done yet. I am absolutely not done. I mean, I would have been done if Von Helton wouldn't have brought up something that triggered me. Not triggered me, that just gave me an idea. So he brought up this butterfly prophecy. He says that when we'll know that everything that his gods and goddesses have whatever. When the butterfly, when you look at your window and you see butterflies. So what we're going to do now, what I'm going to do now, and you're more than welcome to stay around and watch with me, is we're going to watch The Butterfly Prophecy by Von Helton. Ladies and gentlemen, folks, here it is.
Good morning. The little red sign says we are live, we are live, we are live, and it is so. And I have my sausages with me. Yes, I do. And I have my coffee cup with my official symbol on it. Yes, I do. Because today we're going to talk about the butterfly prophecy that I was given by the gods of creation, the true gods of creation. And we're going to discuss that hot and heavy because some people haven't been following along, and I haven't really concised it into one video. So we're going to do that today. I'm going to put it all in one video today. What happened? Well, there's a lot of things that happened. Okay, I've had a visitation. Unlike most people, I've had an actual visitation from a being of light. Christians would call it an angel, but I've had an actual visitation from a being of light. That being of light said one thing, said you have a great and glorious future that'll benefit all of mankind. And then that was it. Poof, he's gone. It wasn't like Muhammad or Father Abraham. They got totally fucking deceived by a demon into believing that, they were this grandiose thing and they had to make all kinds of pacts and rules and all that bullshit. None of that shit happened. None of that happened because this was a real deal. It wasn't a demon posing as an angel of light. This was a real angel of light. So they give me that message. They split. Time passes. Lots of time passes. I tried different religions. I stumbled upon, all kinds of different esoteric things and tried all of them. Nothing seemed to work. Christianity sure as hell didn't work. I was left destitute, bankrupt, deep in debt. My two sons at the time were dead. Christianity really fucked me over real good. So, it's like, well, I need to find something else that's actually going to help me and not help demons and evil spirits. And then, like I said, I had a visitation from two Luciferian Satanists who somehow were able to know minute detail that was not made public. And they said, here's how you know we're telling the truth because of this, 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 and this. And they rattled off a whole bunch of shit that was not made privy to public knowledge. And I'm like, holy shit, okay, you do know what the fuck you're talking about. So what do you got to tell me? They said, the Christian God, Jehovah, is the one that took your sons' lives, not us, not our deity, not what we believe. The Jehovah God, the Christian God. I'm like, okay. And they were scared. They were terrified of me. It's like, well, who the fuck am I? I ain't nobody. But they were terrified of me for some reason. I don't know why. I got an idea now why, because now I've been practicing magic. I've become quite adept at it. Now there's pagans out there. Hey, you ain't no good at it. Well, yeah, okay, whatever. So now how did everything progress to where I'm at now? Well, as a historian, you come across information that is just totally blows your mind, right? And that's exactly what happened. See, Napoleon Bonaparte did what you and I can only dream of doing. He actually went down into the Vatican vaults to see for himself what the hell was going on. Now, this boy is whiter in a sheet as it is. So when he comes out of the vaults, he's even whiter than normal. So he must have been damn semi-transparent. But he comes out of there as white as a sheet, stone faced, and just looking like he saw a ghost, literally. And his men that men gathered around him and said, well, "What'd you see down there? What'd you see down there?" He said, "Man, everything we believe is a lie. Religion, politics, science, atheism is also a lie. Sorry, atheists, that's a lie too. That shit was started by that shit was financed by Rothschild, for fuck's sake. But yeah, it's all a lie. Everything is a lie. And you can justify it in your mind however the fuck you want. It's still a lie. Napoleon said so. And he should know. He went down in the Vatican vaults to see for himself. Now when you're faced with information like that, first of all, you're now.
Do you think I should find out if Napoleon actually went down into the Vatican vaults? Well, how about we find out? Did Napoleon go down into the Vatican vaults? The answer: Napoleon did not personally go down into the Vatican vaults, but he ordered the systematic removal of the Vatican archives in 1810, forcing the transport of over 3,000 cases of documents to Paris. While he didn't personally enter the vaults, his agents raided the Vatican library, seizing treasures like the Codex. So, yeah, that's a lie. Just saying. Another lie. Where are we here? Back to the liar. Back to the liar. There you go.
Natural recourse is to recoil from it and say, "Oh, well, that can't be true. It can't be true." Well, I'm sorry, but it is true. I'm sorry, but it is true.
Sorry about your lab.
And I'm saying this as somebody who was a Christian for over 20 years. Sorry, but it's true.
Sorry,
nothing we believe is true. Nothing. The whole damn thing is a lie. So I actually grew a brain and decided to do something quite radical. I said, okay, if everything we believe is a lie, then I need to know if there really is God or gods out there that give a damn, right? So I literally did that. I cleared my mind. I cleared my heart. I got quiet. I meditated, prayed, if you will. And I said, listen, if there's somebody out there that really...
Look at the power and the strength that this man has. Spiritually, he can stop hurricanes, for fuck's sakes.
Is real and legitimate and actually gives a damn. Please reach out to me. And to my amazement, they actually did. And thus Freedom Religion was born. Now you say Freedom Religion, you're just saying that because you're a patriotic American? No, that is an actual name. I gave them 5 names. They picked Freedom Religion. They said Freedom Religion is what you're to call it. Because it truly is Freedom Religion. Okay, Christianity has 10 commandments. Judaism has 600 laws. Islam has a whole fucking bunch of laws to follow. Okay, this thing's only got 4. Don't harm yourself. Don't harm others. Don't violate someone's rights. And don't piss off the gods. Piece of cake, right? If you can't follow 4 fucking rules, give it up, okay? So, yeah, it really is Freedom Religion. No, you don't have to worry about feasts and festivals and holidays and shit like that. You don't have to worry about making an altar. You can use magic if you want, but it must be used for good. And if you ever at any time start down a dark path, the gods will not follow you. You are cut off and you're on your own. We call people who do this left-hand pathers. Okay, so in case you're wondering. So if you ever hear the phrase left-hand pather, it'll be somebody that has turned their back on the gods of creation and decided to walk their own path into darkness. and cavort with demons and evil spirits and all that good shit.
Aha! That's a Freudian slip. If you cavort with demons and evil spirits and all that good shit. I want to hear it again because it's good. Looks like it's good. I think he slipped up there, didn't he?
We call people who do this left-hand pathers. Okay. So in case you're wondering. So if you ever hear the phrase left-hand pather, it'll be somebody that has turned their back on the gods of creation and decided to walk their own path into darkness and cavort with demons and evil spirits and all that good shit.
Cavort with demons and evil spirits and all that good shit. So cavorting with demons and evil spirits is good shit. Okay, Von Helton? Thank you for your advice.
Now, having said all that, they gave me more recently a prophecy, a big one. I mean, just huge. One that's so out there that there's no way in hell that it can be twisted or manipulated into something else. Okay, because you got a lot of ancient documents out there, especially in paganism, and a lot of ancient documents out there about the so-called end times and whatnot. But here's the thing: even in paganism, every fucking outcome of the end times is always doom and gloom, and that's not what the gods have told me at all. There is no doom and gloom scenario in freedom religion, none. Now, there's a rough patch we got to go through, but there is no doom and gloom, no overall doom and gloom. So, on to the prophecy. Hi, good night. Hi, baby. You want to lay back down? You want to lay back down, or do you want a sausage? You want a sausage? Want a sausage? Yes? No? No? Okay. Well, we're going to lay down here. Lay down. All right. And that little doggy back here is grieving. But maybe we can discuss that later. Anyway, on with the show. Now, here's the thing. All right. Like I said, they gave me a message. You have a great and glorious future that'll benefit all of mankind. Well, obviously, I think I'm safe in saying freedom religion is definitely one of those things, if not the thing. And I, as its spokesperson, mouthpiece, whatever, prophet, I don't necessarily.
He is a prophet of freedom. He's the prophet of freedom religion. He's the mouthpiece. He's the spokesperson. He is the prophet of freedom religion. He just said so.
I'm going to use the word prophet because I don't personally. I think I'm worse than dirt, but the gods see something in me of worth and value.
He doesn't think he's a prophet. God thinks he's a prophet. I got that wrong.
So that's all that matters. But here's the thing. They did, in fact, give me a prophecy. They said that you'll know that the New World Order has been destroyed and that we're in complete control. When you look out in that window there into that field and you see hundreds, if not thousands, of butterflies of all different types and colors. I said, that's pretty profound. They said, yeah. Now you say, what is the significance of the butterflies? Well, first of all, there is no prophecy out there that talks about butterflies saving the earth. It's not out there. I don't give a fuck what religion you dig up. There's nowhere in the end time, so-called, that talks about butterflies showing up by the thousands. Okay, that's why they're doing it. Because there's no fucking way Christianity, Judaism, Islam, or any pagan religion, fake pagan religion, is going to come out there and say, oh, it's our God, it's our God. No, it's my gods, the gods of creation, the true gods of creation. They say, well, your gods don't even have names. My gods don't want names. There's a difference. They got sick of it always being given human names. I mean, if somebody went around calling you Salamander all the time, would you get pissed off? After a while, you would, yeah. You'd be like, hey, Salamander ain't my name, dude. What are you doing? Okay, same with them. But anyway, enough said. And yes, there is male and female gods and goddesses. It's a pantheon. I don't know how many there are. Don't care. And that's another thing they said. They didn't like being labeled like the god of the air, or god of water, or god of this. They hate that shit. They absolutely hate it. But anyway, the prophecy is such that you will know that the New World Order has been destroyed, that the American Republic has been restored, and possibly even the Chinese Republic has been restored, because there'll be butterflies every fucking where. They say, well, Von Helton, what about those people that live in the Arctic? Oh, come on, don't be stupid. Obviously, if you live in the Arctic, there's not going to be any bugs. So what you got, but they, I'm pretty sure they can reach out to somebody in the States and they'll tell them, hey, man, don't look now, but there's butterflies everywhere. Okay. There won't be any way that you can shirk this, spin this, twist it. There won't be any way. There won't be any way that you can change this from other than what it is, that the gods that I serve have totally taken control of this planet, because there'll be butterflies all over the damn place. You won't be able to spin it. You won't be able to come up with some lame cockamamie excuse.
And so, Vaughn, when is this event going to happen? Because I'm waiting. I'd really love to see it. I love butterflies. I'm sure my viewers also love butterflies, right, guys? And girls? Butterflies are great, right?
The reason I'm putting this in a video by itself is not to bloviate or to be narcissistic in any way. I'm doing it because most people have not been following along and have not got the memo. So I'm putting it in a video so that there ain't no ambiguity, and I can just throw the video at them and they can see it for themselves. But yeah, man, the new world order is going bye-bye. And GMO is all going bye-bye. Now, see, why butterflies? Well, the thing of it is, GMO kills insects. If an insect lands on GMO crops, it dies. Why? Because GMO crops are covered in pesticides. So as soon as that bug hits the GMO crops, it dies. This is why the bees are deteriorating. Butterflies, dragonflies, any good insect, they're all disappearing. Why? Because when they land on a GMO crop, that GMO crop is completely covered in pesticide and it kills all the bugs. Okay. Yep. And so all the good insects are dying. Unfortunately, the mosquitoes don't give a damn about crops, and so they're not dying.
The mosquitoes are not
That's
insects?
the problem. That's
Oh yeah, maybe they're not. But it doesn't matter. They're still kind of down there with insects. Why wouldn't they die?
Why we have a problem right now. Okay, so but yeah, there won't be any denying this shit. Okay, no fucking YouTube troll will be able to come out. Well, it was atheism that did this. Yeah, really, atheism put butterflies everywhere. Come on, don't be stupid. Okay, so yeah, there won't be, you won't be able to come up with some naturally occurring phenomenon or anything like that. Now, there is this thing that happens, or it used to happen before GMO crops came in. Monarch butterflies used to migrate, and they used to congregate by the hundreds and thousands. That is a thing, but that's not what I'm talking about. That's why they said all the butterflies will be all different types, so that you won't be able to use that excuse, because then well, monarch butterflies travel in large packs, and this is just the monarch butterflies coming back. No, you won't be able to use that excuse either. Sorry. There won't be anything in science, religion, or anything that you can use to fluff this off. You'll have to face the facts that the gods I serve are the real gods. They are in control. They are going to destroy the New World Order. They are going to get rid of all these GMO crops and all this nastiness in the earth. The earth is laden with nasty chemicals and all kinds of pesticides and fluoride and all this other shit. They're going to get rid of all that, man. They're going to get rid of all of it. The earth is going to be completely cleansed and restored. And the New World Order is going to go bye-bye. These 300 elite families, they're going bye-bye. Now, they did tell me that we're going to go through a rough patch before we get to that place. But like I said, they give me the butterfly prophecy so that there won't be any question about who did this. There won't be any question about who took down the New World Order. It wasn't fucking Trump. It wasn't fucking Q. It wasn't a bunch of fucking white hats, so called. It was the gods of creation, the gods that I serve. They're the ones that took all these fuckers out and restored the earth and restored this great nation, the United States of America. It won't be any human that did it. It'll be the gods of creation that did it. And you will see butterflies every fucking where.
God does go.
All different types and colors. You know, and I'm not saying this to be a dick, although people were being a dick with me. I'm not going to be reciprocal.
Yes, sir.
I'm not saying this to be a dick. I'm not saying this to browbeat your particular religion. I'm not saying this to look at me. I'm some great fucking prophet, because I'm not. I'm a piece of shit. The gods picked me because, well, because everyone else was an asshole. I don't know. I don't know, but they picked me. They like me because I'm loyal to a fault, I guess, which I am. So, but yeah, there won't be any way that you can spin this shit. Okay? There's nothing in science, there's nothing in religion, there's nothing anywhere that says the New World Order will be destroyed by butterflies. Okay? Nowhere. I don't give a fuck what kind of religion you did.
The New World Order. Okay. The New World Order is going to be destroyed by butterflies. I just wanted to emphasize that because you should be aware. Run to your shelters and stuff.
Pick up.
And all that.
You won't find it. The only ones that's using butterflies is my gods. The real gods of creation. You know, and like I said, I was a Christian for over 20 years. I was an evangelical Christian for over 20 years. So don't come at me saying, well, you ain't never been a Christian and you don't know. Bullshit. Bullshit. Christianity literally took, literally took everything I own. And the gods of creation are going to restore it all. Now, how they're going to do that, I don't know, nor do I care, but they're going to restore everything. So it's all going to be restored. It's all going to be replaced, put back, whatever. Everything that goes out comes back threefold. It's the threefold law. Look that up. Google that. Threefold law. It's a pagan law. It's a law that's been on the books for, well, since time immemorial, just about. So, but, you know, I wanted to put this in an actual video, and then that way I can just, you know, point, you know, if somebody's like, huh, what are you talking about, man? I can just point them to this video, and then they can watch this video and get up to speed. But yeah, that's basically where we're at, folks. Okay. You know, because, you know, all this Q bullshit is out there giving these people false hope and shit. And, you know, and oh, Trump is somehow miraculously going to take over the whole world. And, you know, give me a break. You better hope one man doesn't take over the world, because that sounds like the Antichrist to me.
Sound delusional to me.
Good old X-22. It's Trump's 007 and James Bond and Alexander the Great and Jesus all rolled into one. It's like, damn, X-22. Full of shit, bro.
Right.
Trump's doing this and Trump's doing that, and Trump didn't know. Trump is a citizen. You know, like it or not, Biden is in the White House, whether we like it or not. Trump is just an ordinary citizen like you and me. But it's nice to dream, you know, it's nice to dream. However, the butterfly prophecy is not a dream. It will happen. It will come to pass. Everything these guys have told me, folks, up to now has come to pass. And the gods gave me a huge victory in district court that people had come down here and were going to steal my property from me. And the gods put a stop to it. Now, the gods did not stop them from stealing my children. I don't know why. Maybe they have something in mind. I don't know.
I'll tell you why. because you're an abusive father. That's why the gods didn't stop them. Because I'm sure the gods exist and they only do good things. And you abusing your children is not a good thing. So the good thing would be to let CPS take them. Right? Right.
We'll see. But whatever, whatever happens, happens. And the gods are in charge. And they've never wronged me yet. Not one time. So we'll see what happens, And I get this all the fucking time, and I get offended by it after a while, because I get these people, well, how do you know these aren't demons? I'll tell you how I know. Because demons promise you the moon. Well, I ain't been promised the moon. Not only that, but demons, if it was demons, where's my millions of dollars at? Now, the gods did say that I would win the Powerball and the Mega Million, but as you can see, that ain't happened yet.
Well, let me put forward a case for that. A reason for that. Von Helton, your gods have promised you to win all that money through the lottery system, and it hasn't happened yet. How do you account for that? Well, let me see. Is it possible that if your gods didn't exist, they couldn't have told you that you were going to win the lottery, tons of money through the lottery system? Is that possible? I think it's very possible. And the fact that you haven't won that money yet, and looks like you're never going to by the look on your face, forget about the lottery.
It has it. Okay.
Get it.
So, no, these are not demons. Okay. Demons promise you the moon, and, and they let you have a little bit of
Demons promise you the moon and then they don't deliver. What's another word for that? Politician.
notoriety. You notice I have no notoriety. I'm basically blackballed everywhere I go. So where's my notoriety at if if demons are in control? Yeah, no. Okay, so no, it's not demons. And I get offended. The gods get offended. So stop that shit.
Stuff your face with something, whatever the hell that is.
In any event, if you are a deist, or an eclectic pagan, or even a fence sitter, freedom religion is probably something you need to be looking into.
Sure.
Say, hey, God's of Von Helton, if you guys are real, reach out to me. They will. They'll reach out to you. And my lighting is all flickering and shit. I'm going to have to adjust that. Sorry about that, folks. That's a setting in my camera that has somehow inadvertently turned back on. I thought I turned it off, but it's trying to adjust lighting and shit, and so that's why it's flickering. It ain't the lights in the house. Anyway, back to the prophecy, because it is important. Because, see, according to some religions out there, the death angel comes every 37,000 years, and it weighs humanity in the balance. And if humanity is acting like a bunch of fucking retards, and it wipes humanity out and starts all over again. This is why you have layers and layers and layers and layers and layers of civilizations directly under your feet. Mm-hmm. That's why. Because God's coming to just, yeah, you guys are dumbasses. Bye. Well, and they start it all over again. But this time is different. Because this time it isn't our fault. This time it is the fault of 300 elite families that literally have a stranglehold on humanity and have prohibited humanity from growing and from being who we need to be. Not just communing with nature, but to be good stewards of this planet. I mean, we're pumping chemicals into this planet like mad, and the gods are not pleased in that. Everything has just went to shit. Okay. And it's not our fault this time. It's the fault of these 300 elite families. And I confronted the gods about that. I said, you know, it's not our fault this time. What are you going to do? They said, first of all, you're absolutely right. It's not your fault this time. And I said, well, what are you going to do? They said, we're going to take out the 300 elite families. We're going to take them out. We're going to restore the republic. We're going to restore the world. Everything's going to be beautiful again. Everything's going to be as it was before these assholes took over the world and destroyed everything. And I'm like, man, that sounds like a plan to me. So get prepared for it because it is coming. There is no end time scenario. They're not going to get their World War III. I don't think. I don't think the gods are going to let them have it. And I hope that Putin and Xi Jinping are smart enough not to let them have it, because I'm telling you right now, if these globalist fucks get their World War III, the level of tyranny levied at humanity would be unmeasurable. Unmeasurable. So no, we cannot let them have World War III. Now you say, well, why do they want World War III so bad? Because it's a blood sacrifice to their demon gods, Moloch and Hubal. Okay? They serve demons. They serve archdemons called Moloch and Hubal, and World War III would be a blood sacrifice to them. Now, one theory is that if they don't get their blood sacrifice, the demons turn on these 300 elite families and destroy them. Problem solved, right? Yeah. Then it's just a matter of cleaning the earth up, which the gods are easily able to do, and everything is back to so-called normal again. And then we look out our window, and there's thousands and thousands of butterflies of all different types out there, and maybe even moths at night. I mean, the Luna moth. Look up the Luna moth. Very beautiful, beautiful insect. And so those may be at night too. I don't know. We'll see. But it's going to be beautiful. And it's not going to be that difficult to do, really. Especially if the demons turn on these cats and take care of business. But the gods may take them out. I don't know. That's not my problem, and I'm certainly not no psychic or clairvoyant enough to see that. Although I have been clairvoyant in the past, that's not my purview. Not right now. And yes, I see we're coming up on the half-hour mark. Thank you. The gods have started getting me exactly on the half-hour mark. It's like. Or the hour mark or 2 hour mark or whatever. It's like, my goodness. You know, that's how they're doing though. But yeah, I'm literally coming up on the half hour mark. Exactly half hour for this video. It's like, yeah, okay. So that, you know, like I said, this is the real deal. Okay. This is not a scam or a sham or anything. I'm not asking, yet you can see I'm not asking for your fucking money. Although a donation would be kind of nice. My Cash App's down there. Buy me a cup of coffee, you know. But yeah, as far as well, you got to give me $5 million right away. Yeah, what a load of shit, right? But anyways, but yeah, you know, if you're a fence sitter, if you're a deist or an eclectic pagan, you now have a religion that is totally for you, and it's called Freedom Religion, and we are legit, we are real. Like I said, just reach out to them, say, hey, you gods of Von Helton, I'm here, talk to me, you know. And reach out to them, and they will respond. I guarantee it, because they are the real deal. Just don't call them by a name, and don't try to give them some stupid attribute that they don't like that. Okay, they don't like to be pigeonholed. They don't like to be put in a fucking box. Okay, so don't do that shit. All right. Anyway, it is exactly a half hour that I've been talking. Actually, a little over now, 1 minute over. But yeah. So now you know. And so now I've concised it into one video that I can point to now and say, here you go. There's the prophecy. Go watch it. But yeah, there won't be anybody that can say that it was Christianity that did it, or Judaism that did it, or Islam that did it, or any of the pagan religions that did it. Freedom Religion is the only one that says butterflies will appear by the hundreds, if not thousands, of all different types once the New World Order has been taken out of the picture and the earth has been restored. And this will prove to you, when you see all these butterflies everywhere, it will prove to you that there is no GMO, because if GMO was still out there, there wouldn't be no butterflies. Last year, quickly before I get up here, last year, I saw a grand total of 3 butterflies. That's it. 3. Okay. Just to give you an idea. Okay. So, so obviously, if I look out that window there, out in that field, and there's thousands and thousands of butterflies, obviously something big has happened, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
there won't be no doubt. There won't be no question. So that is the butterfly prophecy. If some of you have heard about it, some of you ain't. You know, some of you that's been following along, some of you may not have. But now I've got it concise into one video. And so if you have any further questions, feel free to leave me a comment, and we can go from there. But yeah, man, this shit's getting ready to go down. It's getting ready to go down. And that's another reason why I'm doing the video, I think, is because the gods are getting ready to make their move, probably. All right. And that may be another reason why I'm doing the video, because they're probably getting ready to make their move here pretty soon. I don't know what they're going to do, nor do I care. It's none of my damn business. You know, they're gods after all. Who am I to say what they should do or don't do? But anyway, point is, it is real. This is the real deal. It's not a sham, not a scam, anything like that. I don't want your money, although, like I said, a cup of coffee would be nice. There's a link down there, scrolling across the bottom of the screen. If you want to give me a cup of coffee, that'd be awesome. But anyways, that's it, pretty much in a nutshell. So I'm going to get out of here because it is a half hour. Actually, it's went 3 minutes over, but that's okay. Somewhere in the ballpark. Anyway, I'm excited. I can't wait. I cannot wait to see the day when I look out that window and there's hundreds, if not thousands, of butterflies filling that field. That's going to be fucking awesome. It's going to be fucking awesome. And no one will be able to take the credit except the true gods of creation. All right. With that said, y'all have a pleasant day.
All right. So there you go. That's the butterfly prophecy by von Helton, and you're now up to speed. And there's nothing else to be said, really, because you were all good. So we're going to end it here. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next episode. So until then, my dear viewers, be well, be safe, be happy, and goodbye.